Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Shannon Schuyler, Chief Purpose Officer at PwC. We're honored you've joined us today for what we anticipate will be an inspirational twist on the traditional red carpet. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Confino of the Huffington Post, and for the next 30 minutes, we'll be putting purpose center stage by focusing our attention on those who are helping tackle some of the world's most pressing problems.
Shannon, it's so great to be with you. As the world gets ready to celebrate the achievements in film at the 89th Academy Awards, we're here to talk with extraordinary individuals in the fields of sport, education, business, as well as film and TV. And rather than focus on what people are wearing today, we're here to showcase how their courage and tenacity is changing the world for the better.
And as you know, Joe, film is a celebration of stories. Stories that entertain and uplift. Stories that cause us to reflect and take action. The films nominated this year and in the past have raised awareness of societal issues that cannot be ignored, ranging from racial equality, women's empowerment, freedom of religion and expression, poverty, and so much more. For the last 83 years, PwC has safeguarded the integrity of the ballot counting process of the Academy Awards, a night that celebrates all of the individuals who help bring these stories to the masses and raise awareness of lives unlike our own. And it's our honor to do so.
Yeah, and at the Huffington Post, we share that passion for storytelling, for helping people not to only understand the challenges we face in the world, but also the ways we can overcome them. And our collaboration with PwC on our Purpose and Profit platform is a great example of how we do that. And, you know, the truth is there's no better way of telling these stories than through inspirational individuals who have the dedication and commitment to make a real difference to their communities. These people today not only engage our minds, but more importantly, they open our hearts.
And that's our goal. PwC's purpose is to build trust in society and solve important problems. There are many ways that we do this, but one of the most critical and important ways is by working together. So, Joe, thank you for opening up your platform to us to carry these important messages.
Oh, Shannon, you're very welcome. And we invite you to join the conversation tonight on Twitter. So please use the hashtag #PwCRedCarpet and also on Snapchat under Ballot Briefcase. There are many ways to fight poverty, and one of the most profound is through education. And at the front line, of course, are our teachers. So I'm delighted to be joined by Dr. Tiffany Anderson, who's Superintendent of Topeka Public Schools, who was also named one of Fast Company's 100 Most Creative People in 2016. Dr. Anderson, what is the big issue facing education in poverty-stricken areas? What are the challenges?
You know, one of the largest issues is equity and access. If you're from a privileged background, you have greater access to things that people in poverty don't. I think that's a challenge for all schools, but particularly those in poverty. I believe that every child should have access to the highest quality education and as many opportunities as any other child, as your child and mine. And so that in and of itself is a challenge, often dependent on the resources you're in, the resources from your families, but it doesn't have to be, and we've shown that.
So one of the things you talk about is the importance of changing your mindset from believing that something isn't possible to believing it is possible. What do you mean by changing mindsets?
Oh my goodness, it's everything. See, I believe, and I know this to be true, that your only barrier and challenge is yourself. Really, if you think out of the box, if you look at every problem as an opportunity to be solved, a challenge that's uniquely designed for you, you can accomplish so many things. We've shown that in all the districts I've been in. In Jennings, where we had 100% poverty, we put washer and dryers in the school, one load of laundry in exchange for 1 hour volunteerism. We opened a homeless shelter. We right now have students living in a house in which anyone homeless can stay in. And that's in Jennings. In Topeka, Kansas, oh my goodness, we have such talented staff and students. I mean, there's so many examples of how you can really think beyond the box that people place you in and accomplish what many think is impossible.
What else? I mean, a lot of teachers are under a lot of pressure. Schools are under pressure, financial pressure. What would you say to other educators who just say, well, it's great to hear those words, but actually it's a really tough job? What would your advice be to them?
You know, one of the things, sometimes it feels like you're in this alone, but you're not. I would encourage anyone that's watching today, anyone that has not invested in a public school, to invest in their teachers and their students. You know, as of this year, 51% of the students in public schools are in poverty. I mean, 51%, the majority of kids. And so it's up to us as a collective community to invest. And so I would say to every teacher, you're not in this alone. Use that collective energy, and nothing is impossible. You You literally can move mountains if you think beyond the box that people place you in. And anyone who has not invested in a public school, my goodness, we have 30 in Topeka, Kansas, please take time, invest in your public schools, enrich the lives of children, and you will change the world.
Dr. Anderson, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Dr. Anderson is such a classic example of someone with extraordinary passion. And it's like, you know, when you hear Dr. Anderson speak, you just believe anything is possible. And that's because she's not only speaking with passion, she's actually changing the world and showing how it's done.